Hello people, I am a person! First off, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on this video. It's my very first one. Originally, I had wanted to make like a heavily edited, scripted, and animated, just high quality video. But then, like the day after I had this idea, the trailer was announced, and I knew that I wouldn't have enough time to make the quality that I was trying to achieve in order to get this out by that time. So in the future, whenever I create videos, I'm gonna do my very best to make very high quality videos of basically animation and me just talking about things that I'm passionate about. Anyway, to move on to the topic of today's video. Back in 2018, Nintendo announced that they were partnering with Illumination to make a movie based around Super Mario Bros. And Nintendo fans around the world were super excited that we're finally getting a movie to make up for that dumpster fire that was 1993's Super Mario Bros. But in recent times, we've had many concerns. First off, the biggest thing that people were worried about, at least first, was Illumination. They're the creators of Despicable Me and all that, and Despicable Me was a really good movie, but after that, they kind of spiraled down into making mediocre films. Everyone thought it was really weird that Nintendo was going with this studio. And then last year, in September 2021, in the Direct, they announced that the voice cast, they're going with celebrities. And on top of that, I think this is lesser known, but I believe that the directors of Teen Titans Go to the Movies are going to be directing this. And so, like, yeah, that's a lot of things to be concerned about. But today, I am here to tell you why you should put all of your worries aside and why this movie is not just going to be a great movie, but it will quite possibly be the greatest video game movie in existence. Chris Meledandri, the CEO of Illumination, has made multiple statements saying that he wants Nintendo and Shigeru Miyamoto at the center of this project. He's taking this very seriously. He's admitted to the mistakes that he's made as a film producer, like, you know, whenever it comes to adapting films, you know, acting like they know better than the creators, things that just generally happen whenever somebody wants to adapt a piece of media into a movie. And now to move on to the voice cast. I mean, obviously, everybody was just laughing so hard, including myself, at the Direct, because it was just so out there. I mean, who could have guessed Chris Pratt is playing Mario? Actually, some random guy on Twitter from like 2020. But what's the one thing that all of the casting choices have in common, other than being outrageous, of course? They all fit the respective characters that they're playing. I mean, think about this. Whenever people were reacting to the reveal on live, as they were recovering from Chris Pratt, you know, people seeing like Anya Taylor-Joy, they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Luigi being Charlie Day, he could play a very frantic and timid Luigi. Like, that's just a really good pick. And of course, there's the one that's universally agreed upon to be the best pick, Jack Black playing Bowser. I do not think there is a better guy they could have gone with for Bowser. And I know this one is more a joke, like right behind Chris Pratt, but I mean, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, again, albeit hilarious, it still makes sense. I mean, we don't know whether or not he'll be talking. If he does, let us hope that it is going to be better than the 1990s Donkey Kong cartoon. But I mean, you could see him making like ape noises and stuff, at least, and it could be really good. Kevin Michael Richardson, who's going to be playing Kamek, somebody online put a picture of Kamek over his voice work for a role in Samurai Jack.
You are a powerful fool, perhaps too powerful for my master.
And it just fits really well. Like, you can just hear, it's just a really good pick. And here's another thing. They pulled out a character that has been long forgotten. They didn't just create an original character, at least that we know of for right now. They took Spike, Foreman Spike, from Wrecking Crew, a video game that came out before Super Mario Bros., but still starring Mario when they were finding out his role. and they put him in the movie. This character has been lost for nearly 40 years, and they dug that deep into the Mario lore, and he's gonna be their boss in the movie, the Mario Brothers boss. Like, that shows how dedicated they are to this project. And on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, this movie is pulling inspiration from the Nintendo Power comic, Super Mario Brothers Adventures. If you haven't read that and you're a Mario fan, I cannot recommend this enough. It is the perfect adaptation of taking Mario out of a video game and putting him into other media. But anyway, looking at the evidence here, these people clearly know what they're doing. And I will die on this hill defending this movie. I am telling everyone out there, be ready to be proven wrong. And you know what? If for whatever reason this movie ends up being a dumpster fire and somehow close to, if not worse than, the original Mario film, I will make a public apology. I'm telling you, this movie is going to be amazing and nobody can convince me otherwise. But anyway, that's all today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be sure to drop my reaction to the trailer whenever it eventually comes out. With that said, remember that God made you special and he loves you very much. Bye-bye!